Genius forever seeking a rapper. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration equation, decapitation. I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any other own. Well, there I go. Of all the things I like the most about the day science begins to study non-physical phenomena. It will make more progress in one decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. Be alone, that is the secret of invention. Be alone, that is when ideas are born. My brain is only a receiver. In the universe there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration. I have no penetrated into the secrets of this core, but I know that it exists. The present and theirs, the future for which I really worked is mine. If your hate could be turned into electricity, it would light up the whole world. It spins and it whirls and it twirls. I'm gonna pick the world up and I'm ricochet it out their fucking head. I said, I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men. What want is closer contact and better understanding between individuals and communities all over the earth, and the elimination of egoism and pride, which is only prone to plunge the world into primeval barbarism and strife. Peace can only come as a natural consequence of universal enlightenment. Everyone should consider his body a priceless gift from one whom he loves above all, a marvelous work of art of indescribable beauty and mystery beyond human conception. And to delegate that, a word, a breath, a look, a thought may injure it. Rap and never stop spitting it. I don't think there is any thrill that can go through the human heart like that felt by the inventor as he sees some creation of the brain unfold into success. Such emotions make a man forget food, sleep, friends, love, everything. Right? One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. Our virtues, our feelings, and our feelings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. Well, let the future tell the truth and elevate and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs, the future for which what I really have worked is mine. Never stop spitting around. The world is mine. Never stop spitting around. All that was great in the past was ridiculed, condemned, combated, suppressed, only to emerge all the more powerfully and all the more triumphantly from the struggle. When we speak of man, we have a conception of humanity as a whole, and before applying scientific methods to the investigation of his movement, we must accept this as a physical fact. But can anyone doubt today that all the millions of individuals and all the innumerable types of characters constitute an entity, a unit, free to think and act? We are held together like the stars in the firmament with ties inseparable. These ties cannot be seen, but we can feel them. I cut myself in the finger, and it pains me. This finger is part of me. I see a friend hurt, and it hurts me too. My friend and I are one. And now I see stricken down an enemy, a lump of matter, which of all the lumps of matter in the universe I care least for, and it still grieves me. Does this not prove that each of us is only part of a whole? For the ages, this idea has been proclaimed in the consummately wise teachings of religion, probably not alone as a means of ensuring peace and harmony among men, but as deeply found in truth. The Buddhist expresses it in one way, the Christian in another, but the rapper is spitter, but both say the same. We are all one. Metaphysical proofs are, however, not the only one which are able to bring forth in support of this idea. Science too recognizes the connectedness of separate individuals, though not quite in the same sense, as it admits that the suns, planets, and moons of a constellation, that it will be experimentally confirmed in times to come, when our means and methods for investigating physical and other states of phenomena shall have been brought to great perfection. Still more, this one human being lives on and on and on and on. This individual is ephemeral. Races and nations come and pass away, but man remains. Therein lies the profound difference between the individual and the whole. Life is and will never remain an equation incapable of solution, but it contains certain known factors. Fights between individuals as well as governments and nations invariably result from misunderstandings. In the broadest interpretation of this term, misunderstandings are always caused by the inability of appreciating one another point of view. This again is due to the ignorance of those concerned, not so much in their own as in their mutual fields. The peril of a clash is aggravated by a more or less predominant sense of combativeness posed by every human being to resist the inherent fighting tendency. The best way is to dispel ignorance of the doing of others by a systematic spread of general knowledge. With this object in view, it is most important to aid exchange of thought and intercourse. Of course, not if you only knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the key to the universe. Haven't you heard what one man calls God, another calls the law of physics? Rapid never end, and I spit this. We crave for new sensations, but soon become indifferent to them. The wonders of yesterday are today common occurrences. You may live to see man-made horrors beyond your own comprehension. Invention is the most important product of man's creative brain. The ultimate purpose is the complete mastery of mind over the material world, the harnessing of human nature to human seeds. Today's scientists have substituted mathematics for experiments, and they wander off through equation after equation and eventually build a structure which has no relation to reality, never endingly spitting for all of eternity. The gift of mental power comes from God, divine being, and if we concentrate our minds on that truth, we become in tune with this great power. The Bible taught me to seek all the truth, and the Bible never stop spitting out undoubtable. Nature may reach the same result in many ways, like a wave in the physical world, in the infinite ocean of the medium which pervades all. So in the world of organisms and life, an impulse proceeds onwards. At times may be with the speed of light, at times again so slowly that for ages and ages it seems to stay, passing through the processes of complexity inconceivable to men, but in all its forms, in all its stages, its energy ever and integrally present. A single ray of light from a distant star falling upon the eye of a tyrant in bygone times may have altered the course of his life, may have changed the destiny of nations, may have transformed the surface of the globe. So intricate, so inconceivably complex are the process in nature. In no way can we get such an overwhelming idea of the grandeur of nature when we consider that in accordance with the law of the conservation of energy throughout the infinite, the forces are in a perfect balance, and here the energy of a single thought may determine the motion of the universe, the galaxy. I am credited with being one of the hardest workers, and perhaps I am. Thank you, ma'am. If the thought is equivalent of labor, for I have devoted to almost all of my hours I spit and rapper. But if work is interpreted to be definite performance in a specified time according to a rigid rule, then I may be the worst of the idlers. There's a rapper, a rhymer about the individual is ephemeral, races and nations come and pass away, but man remains. Now what want most closer contact and better understanding between individuals and communities all over the earth, and elimination the fanatic devotion to exalted ideals of nationalism, egoism, and pride, which is always prone to plunge the world into primeval barbarism and strife. There's a rhyme, but instinct is something which transcends knowledge. We have undoubtedly certain finer fibers that enable us to perceive truths when logical deduction or any other willful or effort of the brain is futile. If not the love you make, it's the love you give. I'm part of the light, and it's the music. The light fills my six senses. I see it, hear, feel, smell, touch, and think. Thinking of it means my sixth sense. The particles of light are written. A bolt of lightning can be an entire sonata. A thousand balls of lightning is a concert. For the concert, I have created a ball of lightning, and there's a rhyming which can be heard on the sky peaks in the Himalayas. The hums, most persons are so absorbed in the contemplation of the outside world that they are wholly oblivious to what is passing on within themselves. Rum rum, here I am spitting again. There's the what American pie. There's the ramen, American pie. Here I come back from the dead. I'm gonna start rapping again and again. I'm back from the dead again. Here I come back from the dead. I'm gonna start rapping. I said I'm a genius, forever rapper. I'm a genius, but forever singer, rapper, a spitter, a pitcher, a patcher. Never stop rapping forever. I am back from the dead. Come on to beat your head in a mess. I said, here I come back from the dead. There's a spit and again. Here I come again. I hope you know. Well, there I go. Not enough. Well, no. Well, two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity. I'm not sure about the universe. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle, spiritual. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination entices the world. Rhyme round, it spins and it whirls and it twirls. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Logic will get you from A to Z. Imagination will get you everywhere. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Rapping never ending. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Phew. Woo. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. Monopoly, rapping never endingly, infinity. Never memorize something that you can look up. When you're counting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you're courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red hot cinder for a second, it seems like an hour. That's relativity. Never endingly. A clever person solves a problem, a wise person avoids it. Science about religion is lame. Religion about science is blind. Rhyme, and any fool can know. The point is to understand when bam thinking man. Reality is merely an illusion, a very persistent one. If we knew what it was we were doing, if not, it would be called research, would it? It wouldn't be called research, would it? If we knew what we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. A human being is a part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feeling as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of person for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a new person's nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Try not to become a man of success, rather a man of value. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. One cannot help but be in awe when he contemplates the mysteries of eternity or of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. Is enough if one merely to comprehend a little of this mystery each day. Wait, the world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. There's that spitting and rapping. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of the true art and true science. Rapping my lines will never end up. Once you can accept the universe as matter expanded into nothing, that is something wearing stripes and with paid come easy. I know not with what weapons World War II will be fought, but World War IV. I know not with what weapons will World War III be fought, but with what World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Well, there I go. Notes into my phone. Do re mi fa sol la ti do. I will probably never stop spitting. You never fail until you stop trying rhyming. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. But the measure of intelligence is the ability to change. It is not that I'm smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. Never stop spitting a rhymer. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Turtle dove from above. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. I spit it, I rap it, never end it. Creativity is intelligence, having fun. If A is a success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z. Work is X, Y is play, Z is keeping your mouth shut. Black holes are where God divided by zero. Everything must be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. The best way to cheer yourself is to cheer somebody. The best way to cheer yourself up is to cheer somebody else up. The best way to cheer yourself up is to cheer somebody else up. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. I'm a never ender spitter, a rapper, but I'm the genius forever seen a rapper. When you trip over love from above, turtle dove, it is easy to get up, but when you fall in love, it is impossible to stand up again. Bam, thank you, ma'am. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding, rap and never ending. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. A question that sometimes drives me hazy. Am I or are the others crazy? The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. Rhyme. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Never stop. We dance for laughter, we dance for tears, we dance for madness, we dance for fears, we dance for hopes, we dance for screams. We are the dancers, we create the dreams. Never stop that seem. Time is an illusion. It would be possible to describe everything scientifically, but it would make no sense. It would be without meaning, as if you described a Beethoven symphony as a variation wave pressure. Rapper, never ender. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be, never endingly. Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. Spit and never ending to you. Love is a better master than duty. Spit and rap infinity. I never made one of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking. I stop spitting. I'm rampant. We all know that light travels faster than sound. That's why certain people appear bright until you hear them speak. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Rapping. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. I spit and haven't yet heard. Nothing happens till something moves. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Rapping ding. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist and right. Of clutter, find simplicity. Rapping never endingly. Our task may be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion, to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Wisdom is not a product of school, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Spit, I rap it. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. I should spit rhymes and other crocodile. I lived in that solitude, which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. Few are those who see with their own eye and feel with their heart. Spitting raps from the start. Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited to all we know and understand, while imagination embraces the entire world and all there will ever be to know and understand. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Imagination is the highest form of research. However rare true love may be, it is less so than true friendship. God does not play dice with the universe. Haven't you heard? The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is all comprehensible. The only thing that you absolutely have to know is that the locked location of the library. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. Never stop spitting on purple or snapple. You can never solve a problem on the same level of which it was created. I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. What a sad era when it is easier to smash an atom in prejudice. We're reading after a certain age diverts mind too much from its creative pursuits. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. There's that spitting, I'm rapping, never never ending. I'm a genius, forever rapper, singer. Well, there I go. I hope you know I'm not enough. Here I go, spitting notes. Well, into my phone, never ending. Well, there I go. I never stop spitting notes into my phone. Don't you want one? Remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet. To never give up work. Work gives you meaning and purpose, and life is empty without it. Free if you're lucky enough to find love. Remember it is there and don't throw it away. We are just an advanced breed of monkeys on a minor planet of a very average star, but we can understand the universe. That makes us something special. Quiet people have the loudest mind. Rhyme. Life would be tragic if it weren't funny. Rapper Monopoly. Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. Even if there is only one possible unified theory, it is just a set of rules and equations. What is it that breathes fire into equations and makes a universe for them to describe? The usual approach of science and of constructing a mathematical model cannot answer the questions of why there should be a universe for the model to describe. Why does the universe go to all the bother of existence? For millions of years, mankind lived just like animals, and something happened which unleashed the power of our imagination. We learned to talk and we learned to listen. Speech has allowed the communication of ideas, enabling human beings to work together to build the impossible. Mankind's greatest achievement have come about by talking, and its greatest failures by not talking. It doesn't have to be like this. Our greatest hopes and could become reality in the future with the technology at our disposal. The possibilities are unbounded. All we need to do is make sure we keep talking and just spit and rapping. Remember to look up to the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious, and however difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. It matters that you don't give up. But my expectations were introduced by zero when I was 21. Everything since has been a bonus. Well, behold this, it surprises me how disinterested we are today about things like physics, space, the universe, and philosophy of our existence, our purpose, our final destination. It's a crazy world out there. Be curious. It's a small world after all. It spins and it twirls. It's a small world after all as it spins and it twirls. I have noticed that even those who assert that everything is predestined and that we can change nothing about it still look both ways before they cross the street. Indeed, the victim should have the right to end his life if he wants, but I think it would be a great mistake. However bad life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. While there's life, there is hope. I believe the simplest explanation is there is no God. No one created the universe and no one directs our fate. But this leads me to a profound realization that there probably is no heaven and no afterlife either. And we have this one life to appreciate the grand design of the universe, and for that I am extremely grateful. One of the basic rules of the universe is that nothing is perfect. Perfection simply doesn't exist. Without imperfection, neither you nor I would exist. But in the universe, it may be that primitive life is very common and intelligent life is fairly rare. Someone say it has yet to occur on Earth. The universe doesn't allow perfection. I think computer viruses should count as life. I think it says something about human nature that the only form of life we have created so far is purely destructive. We've created life in our own image. My goal is simple. It is a complete understanding of the universe, why it is, and why it exists. All role played by time at the beginning of the universe is, I believe, the final key to removing the need for the grand designer and revealing that how the universe created itself. Time itself must come to a stop. You can't get to time before the Big Bang. Because there was no time before the Big Bang. We have finally found something that does not have a cause before, because there was no time for a cause to exit. And for me, this means there is no possibility of a creator to have ever existed since time itself began. At the moment of the Big Bang, it was an event that could not have been caused or created by anyone or anything. So when people ask me if a God created the universe, I tell them the question itself makes no sense. Time didn't exist before the Big Bang. So there is no time for God to make the universe. And It's like asking for directions to the edge of the earth. The earth is a sphere. It does not have an edge. So looking for it is a futile exercise. Rhyme, rhyme. There's a fundamental difference between religion, which is based on authority, and science, which is based on observation and reason. Science will win because it works. But have it, you heard. When people ask me if a God created the universe, I tell them that's the question itself doesn't make no sense. Although I cannot move and I have to speak through a computer in my mind, I am free. Indeed, if time travel is possible, where are the tourists from the future? People who boast about their IQ are losers, rapper never ender. The thing about smart people is that they seem like crazy people to dumb people. Purple, a Snapple. I'm not afraid of death, but I'm in no hurry to die. Rhyme. The downside of not only does God play dice, but he sometimes throws them where they cannot be seen in between. Remember to look up at the stars, not down at your feet. But I don't think the human race will survive the next 1,000 years unless we spread to space. So Einstein was wrong when he said God does not play dice. Consideration of black hole suggested not only that God does play dice, but that he sometimes confuses us by throwing them where they can't be seen in between. It seems we have finally found something that doesn't have a cause because there has no time for a cause to exist. For me, this means that there is no possibility of a creator because there is no time for a creator to have existed. Never ending, rhyme forever. Here I am spitting again. I hope you know. Well, there I go, spitting notes into my phone. No. Well, there I go. Never stop spitting notes into my phone. Never ending, you know. I'm the genius forever. Freestyle rapper, I'll never ender, a spitter, a spatter. Here I go, spitting again. Wham bam, thank you, man. Here I go, never ending. I said, spitting notes into my phone. Well, there I go, haven't you heard? The bird is the word. I'll never stop spitting it, haven't you heard? Well, there I go, possessions, outward at success, publicity, luxury. To me, these have always been contemptible. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best for both the body and the mind. The word God is for me nothing more than the expression and product of human weakness. The Bible, a collection of honorable but still primitive legends, which are nevertheless pretty childish. No interpretation, no matter how subtle, can change this. But for me, change this. They're scrapping about equations, and no, this trick won't work. How on earth are you ever going to explain in terms of chemistry and physics so important biological phenomena as first love from above, turf above, love from above? Even on the most solemn occasions, I got away with wearing socks and hid the lack of civilization and high boots. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree. All these aspirations are directed toward ennobling man's life, lifting it from a sphere of mere physical existence and leading the individual towards freedom, redeem. Everything is determined, the beginning as well as the end, by forces over which we have no control. It is determined for the insect as well as for the star. Human beings, vegetables, or comic dust. We all dance to a mysterious tune intoned in the distance by an invisible paper, a rapper, a spitter. Play is the highest form of research. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands that earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Never stop spitting. I rap it, never ended. I'm spitting the genius forever seen. A rapper, never stop spitting. A patcher, here I come, spitting rhymes in a silver platter. Here I come back from the dead, never ending. I said, I'm coming back from the dead to bash the fucking world off your head. Here I come, I hope you know. Well, there I go, spitting notes into my phone. Never, not enough, don't you know? If your hate could be turned into electricity, it would light up the whole world. It spins and it whirls and it swirls and it twirls. Well, no, I'm the forever. I'm the genius forever. Senior rapper. I'm never ender. Spitter, a spatter. The rhymes go splatter. Never ender. A spitter. Here I come back from the dead. Ricochet the world off your fucking head. The scientific man does not aim at an immediate result. He does not expect that his advantages will be readily taken up. His work is like that that of a planter for the future. His duty is to lay the foundation for those who are to come and point the way. But a new world must be born, a world that would justify the sacrifices offered by humanity. The new world must be a world in which there shall be no exploitation of the weak by the strong, of the good by the evil, where there will be no humiliation of the poor by the violence of the rich, where the products of intellect, science, and art will serve society for the betterment and beautification of life, and not the individuals for achieving wealth. A new world shall not be a world of downtrodden and humiliated, but of free men and free nations, equal dignity and respect. Spitting rhymes in a mess. Our first endeavors are purely instinctive prompting of an imagination, vivid and undisciplined. As we grow older, reason asserts itself, and we become more and more systematic and decided, but more eerily impulsive, though not immediately productive, are of the greatest moment and may shape our very destinies. Indeed, I feel now, wow, that had I understood and cultivated instead of suppressing them, I would have added substantial value to my bequest to the world. But not until I had attained manhood did I realize that I was a rapper, a spitter, a factor of a banana. There is something within me that might be an illusion, that is often case with young delighted people. But if I would be fortunate to achieve some of my ideals, it would be on the behalf of the whole of humanity. I never endingly of all things I never said when natural inclination develops into a passionate desire, one advances toward his goal, and 7-league boots are spitting to the progressive development of a man is vitally dependent on invention. Rapping a new idea must not be judged by its immediate result. I'm the PhD. I'm the PhD genius, forever free, forever singer rapper. I'm the PhD genius, forever freestyle. I'm the PhD forever singer rapper. And their ender.